Let's look at the link checking and link fixing capabilities of WikiTraccs. So when migrating content from Confluence to SharePoint Online, WikiTraccs takes care of translating links from Confluence to SharePoint. So links between Confluence pages will become links between SharePoint pages. This also works for links that point to other spaces in Confluence. Like in this space here, I'm in one space. It's the WikiTracks space. You can see the space key here. This one is pointing to another space, and this is the tree space. And when migrating this to SharePoint, the link will continue to work. But there's one crucial configuration step that you need to make for this to work the first time you migrate. So now what I'll be doing with you today is I'll on purpose misconfigure this. So what we'll be doing is we migrate one space, this space we see here, the WikiTracks space, to SharePoint, and then this link here will be broken in SharePoint. We'll look briefly into why it's broken, and then we'll migrate the WikiPack space. The link will still be broken, but then we'll look into how to fix the link after the migration. So it's one migration for space WikiTracks, a second migration wave for space tree, and then we have a third pass that is searching for and fixing broken links. So let's start by migrating our first space. So let's grab the root, the base URL here of Confluence. I'm switching to WikiTracks, tell it where to find Confluence. It's running locally here. And if you want to learn more about the different configuration options here in the UI or want to see a quick start video, that's on the website as well. And please watch that if you're interested in getting started at all. But for now, we continue here. WikiTracks now knows where to find Confluence. It also needs to know where the WikiTracks site is located. The WikiTracks site, I already prepared that. This is only for WikiTracks, not for content to be migrated to. Okay, put that in here. And now I click Update Space Inventory and WikiTracks site. And WikiTracks now reaches out to Confluence. I'm logged in as Adele. Adele can only see 3 spaces. And WikiTracks stored information about those 3 spaces in the Confluence space inventory list. This is a SharePoint list. And let's open this list. In step 4, you click on Open Space Inventory List to choose sources, and in the browser, our engine room site, our WikiTracks site opens and shows the Confluence Space Inventory List. Each row in this list shows information about one space. It's 3 from our Confluence, it's our WikiTracks space, the tree space, and another space we don't care about. And now, let's say we want to migrate the WikiTracks space. Click Edit in Grid View, Request Transformation, and we also need to tell WikiTracks where to migrate to in SharePoint. So I already prepared a site for that. It's currently blank. Let's grab the URL here, put it in here, and that's it. Notice that I didn't put a target URL in here for the tree space. And this will be important because when transforming links from Confluence to SharePoint, WikiTracks will go to this list and look up the target site. And it's empty here for this space. Now, back to WikiTracks. And here is the last edit field. It's a default target site. And every time, let's quickly go back here, the target site root URL is missing here. WikiTracks falls back to the default. And I also prepared a site for that. Default target site. Let's grab the URL. Switch back to WikiTraccs, put that in here, and we are good to go. Clicking Start Transformation to kick off the migration. So this will take a couple of seconds. Let's log in to SharePoint. Second console window is starting, so those two are working together. The blue one is for configuring things, and the black one is doing the actual migration. And it's right now reaching out to Confluence. Already found four pages from the one space we told it to migrate from our WikiTraccs space, and it's now migrating those to SharePoint. So let's wait a couple of seconds until this migration finishes. Okay. So now let's have a look at SharePoint and at our first migration target site. This is a WikiTracks site. This now got a proper homepage, migrated content. This looks good. So when switching back to Confluence, looks pretty similar. Title, info here. When clicking on the Wikipack link, it goes to the other space. And now let's take a look at this link. I click this link and I got a 404 not found. And this is expected, and I'll tell you why. Looking at the address bar, you see it's linking to the SharePoint site default, to the default target site. And it's doing that because we basically told it that pages from the tree space in Confluence will be migrated to the default site. Let's quickly reiterate and look at the WikiTracks site, our engine room, go to the Confluence space inventory. So how does it work? So when WikiTracks migrated pages from the WikiTracks space to our WikiTracks migration tool target site in SharePoint, it found a link to the tree space. And when WikiTracks finds a link to another page, it needs to know where in SharePoint, in which SharePoint site, this other page will end up when being migrated. And currently the configuration says, okay, if we were to migrate the tree space to SharePoint, then okay, we don't have a target site root URL configured, then it basically falls back to the default target site. So it used this link as the site link. But that doesn't really make sense, and the link is broken. So, but let's continue. Let's say we have this situation, maybe you even didn't discover it yet, so didn't test it yet, and the second migration wave starts. Let's do that. So we are going back to the Confluence space inventory, and let's say, okay, we want to migrate this tree space to SharePoint, but not to the default. No, we have a second site. And this one is the Wikipack page tree site. And now we properly put the URL in here. Okay, this is nice. We also give it a wave number, like wave 2. Exit here. And now switch back to WikiTracks and tell it to migrate wave 2. Start the transformation again. Authenticate with Sharepoint. Let's see, this is an old console window. Let's get rid of that. This is the one we need. This time it's a bit quicker. It's only 2 pages from our tree space. Wait a couple of seconds here. Okay, second page coming in. Perfect. Okay, migrated both pages. Let's switch back. I need to close some windows here. Oh, let's close all. Okay, we have the WikiPack site with a migrated page. This looks good. And also this link here, when clicking that, that's linking back to the WikiTraccs space. This works in SharePoint. It's linking now to the WikiTraccs migration tool site. So, and the way that worked is when migrating this page from Confluence to SharePoint. So let's quickly look at this page here. So we are in Confluence again. In Confluence, it's space tree. This one, when I click that, it's linking back to the WikiTraccs space. And now in SharePoint, let's see, where are we? Okay, when migrating this page, WikiTracks sees this link. This is pointing to another space. Okay, WikiTracks needs to know which site this will be in SharePoint, and it goes to, again, the WikiTracks site, to the space inventory list. Open that again. SharePoint is not the fastest today. And then it looks up, okay, WikiTracks, the WikiTracks space contains the target page. Where will this end up in SharePoint? Okay, this site, WikiTracks migration tool, and it can properly construct the link. So for each link to another page, it is important that this list contains the target site URL. So, but what about this link? This is the first page we migrated from the WikiTracks space. This is still broken. So we could now, so one solution would be, one solution to fix that is to delete this page and migrate the page again. When doing this time the link will be correct because now here we have the proper target site URL. But for now it's broken. So let's fix that. We go back to WikiTracks. And WikiTracks now has a page refiner mode. You click on Settings, Configure Transformation, and switch the mode from Migrate Content to Refine Migrated Pages. And then you choose a refinement action. And this is Log Broken Links. So if you only want to learn about broken links, you can leave it at that. But we also want to fix broken links. Let's check that. Press OK. WikiTracks shows that you chose the refine pages mode here and also here, so that you know about that. And now let's just remove the wave selector here. Start the transformation again. And sign into SharePoint. And now WikiTracks doesn't need to connect to Confluence. It only goes to SharePoint and has a look at existing SharePoint pages. And it runs over all migrated SharePoint pages and checks link validity. So for each link in each migrated page, it will check if the target site and the target page exists. And if it doesn't exist, it tries to find it. And it's already done. So if you want to get more insights about that, the easiest way to go to the file with more information is click Open Log folder. This will go to the logs folder here. Then for each day a new folder is created, go to that, and then you have this WT link report fix txt. Open that, and let's move that over here. Looks like this, and this is a tab separated file. And here you can see that it found several broken links. And the way to read that file, and there's also documentation about this, is first you see a link to the page that has been checked. Then you see an ID, the item ID of the page in the site pages library. You see the page version, page version 1, and then you see the link. So this is a broken link. And you can see here site's default. This is not correct. And then you can also see the correct link. So it found this page in another site, in our WikiPack page tree site. And you can also see what WikiTracks did. It found another page and it replaced the broken link in the page, and the new page version is 2. So long story short, when I now go to this page, reload, this link now works and properly links to this site. And you can do this as often as you want. You can check multiple times, you can interrupt checking, you can resume checking. Please refer to the documentation about that. And if you're not sure about whether you have broken links or not, you can just uncheck fix broken links, set it to logging mode, and then it will just create a text file telling you, okay, how healthy are your pages and your links. And that's the new link fixer mode of WikiTracks.